Good morning. It is January the 9th, 2018. Time to kick off another trading day. The college football season is officially over. I watched the game into the third quarter. See that Alabama came back and won in overtime. That was sure didn't look that way for the first half. They were just clearly outplayed, but they pulled a freshman quarterback off the bench and figured out how to win the game. So anyway, now everybody will be fully into basketball, I would imagine. Start with our hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Yes, it was a good game, Jeff. I believe that's the way that Jalen Helms came into the first quarterback for Alabama, came off the bench when the first one wasn't doing any good, and went on and took them to victory for the rest of his freshman year. Okay, the Emini is certainly pointed higher. We're knocking on the door at 2,500 today. In treasuries, we have the 3-year auction. That usually takes the market higher. My guess is the low is in. Maybe stops below 2308. The 3-year sideways to higher is the way that we play it, although it's not guaranteed like it used to be. So our first buy is going to be in the 8 to 12 area, buy 1. 1 to 5, buy 2. On the sell side, 19 to 23, sell 1. 27 to 31, sell 2. The small business optimism index came in at 104.9. They were looking for 107 plus. So that's a little disappointing. And they have jolts at 6.034. And that was either the Bernanke's or Janet Yellen's favorite measure of the state or health of the job market. That usually doesn't have a lot of impact on the markets. But given that it's the only piece of news today other than the APIs tonight, might impact the market. So trading range with an up bias because of the 3-year auction is the way I see treasuries today. Okay, the 30-year, the spread came in quite a bit. Got this low right here at 15. We got this low here at 12. We're at 10, so 12 to 16 is number 1. 19 to 23, sell 1. 27 to 31, sell 2. On the buy side, 4 to 8, number 1. 29 to 01, buy 1. And there's a good chance the low is in. We'll just have to see. Maybe one more push down. Then the 3-year will kick in. 21 to 25 for buy 2. As usual, the volatility and price fluctuation is in the 30-year, as you would expect, not the 10-year. Gold is lower overnight. Having trouble getting through 1325. One of those market numbers we talk about regularly. So we've got lower highs. Frankfurt opens up, market sells. London opens up, market sells further. So we have this attractor down here at 1240. We'll play for a little bit lower. We'll go 10-12, buy 1. Might take 13s to get in. 5-7, buy 2. We're at resistance right now, this 15-17 area, so maybe 16-18, sell 1. 20-22, sell 2. Hard to believe that freshman quarterback, because Georgia's team is a freshman quarterback, and Georgia's going to lose a great quarterback. Eason's going to transfer next year. So there's a lot of talent in those two teams. Can't say that about Tennessee, but at least we have a coach now, Pruitt. Completed his duties with Alabama and headed to Knoxville. Okay, the euro selling started in Frankfurt, accelerated in the London session, and we've got support basically at 1950. We are pointed lower. Perhaps we've rejected prices below 1970. I think we can go a little bit lower here, so we'll put out a 50-60 buy 1 with a question mark at 70, and then 25 for buy 2. The sell side, you can see we got a very, very clean break in the market at 97.98, so 95 to the buck, sell 1, and then 15 to 725, sell 2, which is where we were yesterday on our sell 2. Crude had a spike yesterday in Globex. I didn't see any news yesterday afternoon, nor in the overnight write-ups to explain the spike in crude on the Globex opening. So you can see it happened quickly, but we did make new highs, and perhaps we've rejected prices above 2.25, so resistance is at 62.25, 62.50, sell 1, 63, 275, 63, sell 2. On the buy side, have a dent at 62, so 61.75, 62, buy 1. Market's trying to trade higher than 25 to 50, buy 2. There was one article out last night that a Syrian base was attacked by 7 drones, and the Russian naval base, protected themselves electronically. That came out after the trading yesterday, so that might be what spiked crude on the opening there. I mean, I don't know. Didn't see anything other than that. Seems a stretch, but if they are able to launch, the rebels, drone attacks, coordinated drone attacks right now, that is escalation. Perhaps that was it. Okay, 27.50. Here we are. I mean, it just blowing and going. I don't see any reason for them not to get stops above 50. So we'll put a question mark at 50. First sells 54, 56, 59, 61. Sell 2. On the buy side, 44, 46. Buy 1. 40.42 by 2. Business optimism index came in at 104. If I can read my writing, 0.9 versus expectations for 107 plus. Jolts at 6.034. That's a high degree of accuracy right there, million. Always like it when they come up to 3 decimal places on their swags. So we like the long side of the market. Would like to buy into early weakness. Quite often they take the market down on the opening, run it up, find out where resistance is. I believe they're going to get stops above 27.50. Unfortunately, it looks like they might get those before the day session opens. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be with you as soon as possible.